Hey Muffin, here's a little video to help show you how to use this. When you get the stove, it's going to come in a little package kind of like this, and you just have to work on opening these things up. You have to kind of do them in a certain order to get them to fold out all the way flat. They'll kind of clip down like that. Okay, and then you flip out the little valve adjustment thing as well. Okay, your fuel canister is going to have one of these caps on it. You want to keep this cap because when you pack it, you want to make sure that dirt and stuff doesn't get into the inlet or outlet here. Otherwise it'll plug it up and it won't work very well. So just keep this, keep it in your little bag that carries your pot, and you can put this in your pot as well, assuming you got the smaller container. But in any case, to put this on, you just kind of hold it here like this, and you just screw the can in like this, and as you start screwing it on, as it gets close to getting on, you're going to hear some fuel leaking. Don't worry about that. Just keep turning, and after a turn or two, you won't hear any of that leaking anymore. You might have barely heard that leaking for about 1 second. Just kind of turn it finger tight, doesn't have to be super tight. Okay, and then you're done. Okay. Let me get my lighter here in a second. Okay, and then when you light it here, I forgot to tell you, when you screw it on, you want to make sure the valve adjuster, this little triangular wire, is turned all the way to the right. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Right, righty-tighty means it's off. Okay, so when you screw it on, you kind of want to make sure it's off. But then to light it, it's really simple. You just take your lighter or a lit match, and you just kind of hold it here right next to the center thing here, and then you slowly turn the valve until it's maybe a quarter open, but you'll see a light pretty quickly. Okay, I didn't even turn it maybe a quarter of a turn before it lit like that. If it's really windy, you kind of need to make sure that it's something's kind of protecting the wind from being able to blow it out, blow the match out especially, or blow the lighter out. But yeah, it lights pretty easily. And then you just turn it up as high as you want to make it, to heat up your pot of water. Okay, and then to turn it off, you simply turn that valve all the way to the right and it'll shut off by itself. You don't need to do anything else. When you boil water on it, it's probably going to take about 3 to 4 minutes for two cups of water. So if you do 3 cups of water, it's probably going to take 5 or 6 minutes to boil, but it shouldn't take that long. When you turn this up, you just want to make sure you turn it up enough so that the flames don't come around the pan. Otherwise, you can kind of turn it up as high as you want. But again, to light it, have the valve closed. Okay, just light your lighter, hold it next to it, okay, and you'll see the blue flame. Then turn it off, just screw it all the way to the right, and you're done. Okay. Remember that this will be kind of hot, so don't try to take it off right away after you use it. Let it cool down a little bit before you use it. When you put your pan on, it should be easy since your cup is much smaller than this pan. You kind of just want to make sure that it's centered on the top here, because otherwise, especially once it starts boiling, it can kind of rock itself off. So the other thing you can do to kind of make sure that things don't rock off is to try to make sure this is flat on the ground. Find a good flat spot, and if you need so, put a little stick or a piece of bark or something, or a little rock under the edge. Just try to get it stable and as flat as possible. Then your pan will be more likely to stay on. Okay. When you take it off, just make sure it's turned off. Grab it down here at the base again, and then just twist it the other way. Okay, lefty-loosey. You'll hear the fuel leak out slightly. Okay, but it should only do it for not even a half a second, and then you're done. And you can just fold this up, and then just make sure your cap is put back on there. Okay, the small canister, this is an 8-ounce canister. The 4-ounce canister should easily, this lasts about, 8 ounce lasts about probably 2 to 3 backpacking trips. The smaller one should easily last 1.5 to 2 trips. So you should be good for this time. Okay, so again, just make sure this is flat. Once you decide you know where you're going to cook, make sure the cap goes back on. Okay. Oh, I forgot to say, if you need to light this and your lighter doesn't have a good steady flame, what you can do is you can turn this on, okay, until you hear the flame or until you hear the fuel escaping, and then just keep trying to start right next to it, and even a spark will be enough to light it. Okay. So usually lighters are pretty good though, because you can get a good flame going and then just turn the valve on. So in any case, let me know if you have any questions, but it's pretty easy to use. So love you.